Yo 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 yo.
Jess Hilarious is downstairs stuck in traffic. Charlamagne to be here in a second. And it's Tuesday. Good morning. How you feeling? What's up, Red?
What up, Envy?
The sad thing about Jess being stuck is Jess actually got to work before anybody this morning. But there's 2 trucks double parked doing deliveries downstairs. And her truck is parked behind those 2 trucks, and she can't get through the street. The 2 trucks block the whole street off. So she can't even get through. But she's been down there about 20 minutes. And the truck drivers are just taking their time. You know, they're doing their morning deliveries. But they blocked the whole road. So Jess has been downstairs for 20 minutes. So I'm sure Jess is listening in the car. Good morning, Jess. I'm sure Jess is lighting one up right now this morning because I'm sure she's like, F this. But Jess will be here in a second, and Charlamagne will be here in a second as well. Now, hopefully, you guys are doing well out there. There's been, hey, Jess, I was just talking about you.
What I do?
I was saying you probably lighting one up right now in the car because you were in that car for about 20 minutes.
Yo, stuck behind the tractor. Yo, and they know that these low ass streets in New York are not big enough for both of them to be double parked in the middle of the street. That's so stupid, yo. You already know I lit up. Yo, that was so.
Did you see me doing jumping jacks in the street?
Yo, I'm like, why you playing? Like you recording, smiling, jumping up and down.
Yeah.
Play too much,
I
yo.
seen you. But yeah, so if you live in the tri-state, not even only the tri-state, people have been hitting me all over the country and saying these rainstorms and floods have been ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Yesterday was nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Yo, last night, and then I live like in a building, so you can just see, and we're far up, like you can just see, like, yo, the rain was slapping the window so hard. Mm-hmm. It was wild, yo. And it's winds, it's mixed with winds too, so it's real windy. You seen the traffic backed up, cars were pulling over, like they couldn't even drive through it.
Yeah, the amount of people I'm sure last night that got water in their basement,
yes,
that lost their cars last night. I mean, the water was so damn high in certain areas, and I was driving around grabbing merch for the car show this weekend, and just to see the amount of people.
You was out there in it.
I was out there in it.
Oh,
I was out there in it. Yeah. So, all right. Well, let's get the show cracking. Malcolm D. Lee will be joining us this morning. Now, he is the writer, director, and producer for some of the films like The Best Man, Girls Trip, Undercover Brother.
Oh, we did
Roll
Girls
Bounce.
Trip?
Yes, and he has a new book, The Best Man, Unfinished Business, out now. So we're going to talk to him. And he's also Spike Lee's cousin. Yeah, Spike Lee. Yeah,
okay, that's
he's related to Spike Lee. Yeah, so let's get the show cracking. We got front page news. Charlamagne just walked in. What's Charla?
Why y'all start this show at 6 o'clock every morning?
Why we start the show at 6 o'clock every morning?
So early.
No, we start on
Why
time.
does this show start so early every morning? That's kind of crazy,
Because both of y'all the ones that made the time for this.
It's the Breakfast Club.
really.
Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. What's up, Morgan?
Hey y'all, hey, good morning. How we feeling on a Tuesday?
Good.
Hey, bro, we good.
Peace,
How you
Morgan.
doing, Envy? How you doing, Envy? Because, first on front page is the state of emergency that's going on in New Jersey. I know I saw your video of flooding is crazy up there.
Yeah, yesterday driving around, like I said, I had to pick up my car show merch and to shipping down to Virginia. And when I say waters were like 2-3 feet and people were stuck on the road, it happened so damn fast. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, so New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy has declared a state of emergency across the state after heavy rains dumped several inches in many parts of the state. Now, the rain caused road closures, power outages, and damages around the state, especially in central New Jersey. Now, more than 7,400 customers lost power at the storm's peak. Flash flood warnings have been issued or were issued throughout the state. Flooding was reported in Hoboken, Summit, Rahway, and elsewhere. And of course, there was also a ground stop issued at Newark and JFK International and LaGuardia airports last night. New Jersey Transit says the rain was expected to affect train and light rail service as well. Now, 50 million people were under flood warnings yesterday in major cities such as New York City, here in D.C. and Baltimore as well, facing flash floods. So I just want to make sure that you guys are safe and you guys are paying attention and heeding to those warnings when they come up. You don't want to end up in a devastating situation. Elsewhere, President Trump says he will be placing 100% tariff on Russia if there's no peace deal in Ukraine soon. Now, he met with NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte yesterday, and Trump also announced a new deal to sell top-of-the-line weaponry to NATO, including defensive Patriot missiles meant for distribution in Ukraine. Let's take a listen to the president's comments regarding that.
We're going to be doing very severe tariffs if we don't have a deal in 50 days. Billions of dollars worth of military equipment is going to be purchased from the United States, going to NATO, etc. And that's going to be quickly distributed to the battlefield.
Yeah, Trump went on to say this wasn't his initial focus, this particular war, calling it a Biden war. And he had been blaming both sides for the continued war in Ukraine, but lately has been putting most of the blame on Putin, saying he's not happy with Putin, adding that he thought he had a deal in place about 4 times, but it appears that basically he said, 1 minute they think there's a deal in place, and the next minute there's bombs and whatever else in Kiev. So the president is looking to, get this particular situation settled and resolved between Ukraine and Russia. Elsewhere in presidential news, former President Obama is telling Democrats to toughen up given the political landscape under the current administration, President Trump. The former president's comments come after he attended a private fundraising event in New Jersey on Friday. Now, during his speech, Obama said, "Don't tell me you're a Democrat, but you're kind of disappointed right now, so you're not doing anything. No, now is the exact time that we need you to get up there and basically get in there and do something." So the event marked Obama's first fundraising appearance since Democrats lost the 2024 election. What do you guys make of the president's or the former president's comments, President Obama?
It's mind-boggling to me when I hear people like President Obama say things that regular, everyday people been saying for years. We've been saying Democrats were cowards for a decade. We've been saying Democrats need to toughen up. And that cowardice is, why we're in the position that we're in now. And I can give countless examples of Democrats needing to show a spine. Like, for example, they should have told Biden that he was going to be a one-term president. It wasn't up to him. So it's just wild to hear President Obama say that now as if Democrats haven't been cowards for the past decade.
Ooh, not the decade. Okay, well, talk your talk then. All right, so that's your opinion. You certainly entitled to it. What do you make of moving?
That's not my opinion. That's President Obama's opinion too.
I think that's everybody's opinion that we should have toughened up. And then when you ask questions, then it's like, oh, you're going against us. You're this, you're that, you're liars. It's been the same thing we've been saying for years.
The language has been the same for at least 8-9 years. Democrats are cowards. Democrats don't have no spine. We've been saying this.
Can I ask you one more question? What does toughen up look like in the landscape of politics? What do you think?
Toughen up looks like, hey, Biden, you're going to be a one-term president. Toughen up looks like, hey, RBG, you're going to step down because you're too old. Like, it's like that's what toughening up looks like. That should have been stuff like that should have been happening.
No, toughen up to me means handle and do your core like you said you were going to do. One thing you can say about Trump, whether you like him, love him, or hate him, he does what he wants to do for his core, for his people that ride for him.
Toughen up looks like, hey, if Donald Trump is the essential threat that y'all tell us he is, how come y'all aren't going after him that way while y'all are in office? That's what toughening up looks like.
Toughen up means match that energy. All right, y'all. So that's your front page news for 6 a.m. At 7 a.m., we'll talk about the auto pen and a recent Supreme Court ruling that impacts education. So stick around at 7.
All right. Everybody, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. 800-585-1051. Before we get it for your chest, I got 20 seconds. I just want to say one thing. If you're out there, right, a friend of mine yesterday, a couple days ago, found out he had cancer. The reason he found out he had cancer is because when Trump did the big whatever bill, he knew that they were going to take his health insurance away from him. So he was like, yo, I'm going to get every check ASAP before they take it away. And because of that happened, he was able to find cancer and they was able to remove the tumor. So I just want to tell you guys, if you're out there, get your doctor's appointments out there right now, your dentist. This is a sign to call your doctor and get your physicals done. You never know, because if you find out early, you can save your life. So I just want to tell everybody out there. All right, well, get it off your chest. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Ray.
Yo, Charlamagne, Envy, what up? Are we live?
This is your time to get it off your chest.
I got an indoor pool, an outdoor pool.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
We can get on the phone right now. He'll tell you what it is.
We live?
Hello, who's this?
Brittany.
Hey, Brittany, good morning.
Good morning. How's everybody?
Morning.
Blessed, black, and highly favored. How are you, Brittany?
I am good. All right, so I wanted to talk about, so I'm an Instacart worker, right? I've been doing this for the past year, and I want to talk about these rich people that place $400 orders but only tip $2.
Oh, okay.
I literally drive up to these $500,000 homes, beautiful, beautiful big mansions, and y'all really had the nerve to tip $2? Like, what's up with that?
Well, I want you to know that where you live at, that these mansions cost $500,000.
I was ready to say how much.
I'm in Virginia.
Oh, okay. Maybe in Virginia.
Oh, Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Damn, $500,000 for a big mansion.
But I will say this, Brittany, you know, a lot of times, and I'm not making excuses, people don't know, because when you order stuff, sometimes it says delivery fees, then it says
It's
processing
so many
fees. So a lot of times these people probably think you already get your money on the side anyway, and the $2 is just a little extra.
Nah,
Yeah.
we don't. It don't work like that. Instacart gets a lot of that money, and off a lot of them orders, we are basically getting like a few dollars, under $10 for a lot of these orders, and a lot of the money we are making off of tips.
Yeah, and if somebody takes the time to tip $2, they knew they was tipping $2.
No, but
they
a
could
lot,
tip more.
But a lot of times people don't know.
Exactly.
Like, the only reason I know about Uber is a friend of mine drives for Uber, and he says, you know, on $100, let's say the Uber ride is $100, he'll get like $25.
Yeah.
But
but
most
Uber-
people assume that
but-
you'll get a lot more.
But Uber tells you. Uber gives you like 6 or 7 different options, and they'd be like, "Thank you, you're my hero." Depending on how much you tip.
no,
like,
meaning if your thing is $100, they only get like 25% of it.
no, but I'm saying the tip thing pops
the
up
tip.
with Uber.
The
It tells
point
you.
that everybody, I think, here is missing is that Instacart needs to pay these people like more money than
They
they're
really
paying
do.
them. They do, right? Because even if you drive up to a $500,000 house or whatever, you don't even know what type of financial hardships that person is going through. They could be about to lose that house. They get everything.
Nah, Jeff.
You know what I mean?
These people was placing like $500 Costco orders, and I'm talking about they getting big stuff, cool stuff.
But
They
that's
got
what
the
I'm
money.
saying.
They
Imagine
just
how
being
many-
stingy.
But imagine how many people live in that house. Imagine how many mouths they gotta feed. Like, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just look at what you pull up to. Like, oh, they rich, they got it. You know what I mean? Like, I get what you're saying,
Yeah,
but
I
it's like
get that,
everybody
but
going through
sometimes
something
you could
too.
definitely tell.
I get you. I feel you. I'm not trying to argue you down.
But look,
But these companies need to
I
pay
need
y'all
Envy.
more.
I need your help.
What's your name?
Your car show this weekend in Hampton. So that's on my son's 13th birthday, and I want to take him so bad, but I cannot afford the tickets.
Well, say no
You got
more.
$2?
You got $2
Oh,
now.
no, my God.
Yeah, I got $2.
No, I got you. How many tickets you need, mama?
I just need 2 just for me and him.
I got you. So it's this Saturday. It starts from 12 to 5, and I absolutely positively got you. You said he's turning 13?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to put you on hold. I'm going to give you my business manager's information, and we'll make his birthday special for you.
Oh,
Thank you so
she is in
much.
Virginia. Okay,
Thank
she in
you
Virginia.
so much.
All right. Hold on, Brittany, okay?
Okay.
That's right. My car show is this Saturday. If you haven't got your tickets, get your tickets. We're going to have a lot of fun. Old cars, new cars. There's going to be rides and games for kids. And if you have a kid that's 5 and under, it's free. So just bring them and have a good time. There's going to be a food truck. There's going to be bars. We're going to have a great time in Virginia. Can't wait to see you guys this Saturday. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Everything with me is blessed.
Call up next. 800-585-1051.
Not just me. I'm what the culture feeling.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, man, what's up, Envy?
Trav, how you be getting through all the time, Trav?
The back door.
Hey, man. I don't know what to tell you. What's up, Jess?
What's up, boo?
What's up, Charlamagne?
Peace,
How you doing?
sis. What's happening?
Well, can I tell you what I don't like? Can I tell you one thing I don't like?
What don't you like?
Don't you like?
I don't like someone that throws rock and they try to hide their hands. You know why? 'Cause when I throw a rock, I stand right in the middle of the street with 5 more to throw, baby. And I just want to say, sorry, you called that girl sis, right? And if she didn't like to be called sis, she could have simply said, "Hey, sorry, I don't like to be called sis. Can you not call me that?"
I didn't call.
But
I
you know what happened
didn't
was-
call him sis.
You did though.
No,
And
I didn't.
That's why you did.
No, I didn't. I've
Wait,
never called Stacey sis.
Yeah, no, because remember, Stacey whole thing is that he's not gay.
Yeah, I
So
never
you
called
never called
Stacey
him
sis.
Bye.
Yeah, I know.
Used to be.
He just started
Yeah,
saying it.
so sorry. I don't know. You go back and run it back. You called him sis, and he said, "Oh." Instead of him just saying, "I don't like to be called sis," he said, "Oh, my name is not Trav. Don't be calling me sis. My name not Trav."
I don't
That's
remember.
what he said.
Oh.
And so I just simply said, "Bro, you could have simply not have said my name." All these people that you could have said, I'm not Salty Santana. You could have said I'm not Jason Lee. Why would you say I'm not trans? That's all I said.
Why are the letters fighting?
I don't know.
Why are the letters
the
fighting?
Community's
guys?
fighting. I don't like this.
The letters shouldn't be fighting.
Jason Lee don't like to be called sis either.
That's what I'm saying. You could have said anybody else's name, but you want to randomly say my name out of all the people. Just don't say my name. That's all. And Charlamagne, don't be out here putting in the atmosphere that I'm jealous of some boy who calls the radios that bakes cupcakes. Please, I haven't mentioned that boy. Don't want to mention that boy.
Charlamagne?
No, I don't know what the hell Trav is even talking about. Trav, like what is going on here?
Trav sounded kind of a little jealous when he said, like, make a little cupcakes. When you say little cupcakes,
little
they make sense.
Yeah, when you throw the little one.
It sounds like a lover's quarrel that's going to end in butt sex.
No,
butt sex.
Stop. Because what if they're the same one? Like, what if?
What do you mean same one?
Two types of two bodies. Like, you can't do that.
You stupid. Hello, who's this?
Joe Green.
What's up? Get it off your chest, brother.
Hey, good morning, everyone at the Breakfast Club.
Good morning.
Listen, Charlamagne,
ma'am,
you're still talking about everything that the Democrats need. Have you talked to your wife about running for president?
Huh?
She said she wants you to run for president. Did you talk to your wife
cut
for
it
running for
out.
president?
See, the problem
man. We talked about this earlier.
This the problem. Donald Trump has made the bar so low that y'all think anybody can run for damn president. I don't know what. I don't know why we haven't. Why this administration hasn't shown you that you need people with actual experience in these positions.
I vote for Charlamagne.
No, well, and you'll be in a worse position than you are right now.
Now you do better than Trump.
Hello? No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would. Hello, who's this?
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I called to talk to my cousins. It's Toya.
Hey, Toya.
Peace, Toya.
Hey, DJ Envy, you're absolutely right. God is telling me, God has been talking to me, guys. He wants everybody to get themselves in order. God is coming back. When you talked about that man going to the doctor.
Oh, I didn't
That's
say.
not what NB was talking about. NB was talking about y'all going to the doctor. Okay, now we wasn't talking about going to church or finding religion. I believe in God too.
Yes,
but y'all need to take y'all ass to the doctor. That is a tale as old as time.
That's right. I just said y'all need to go to the doctor. Hopefully, I said me telling about my friend, man. Hopefully, it's a sign for somebody to go out and get themselves checked up, go to their physical or whatever.
Correct, and that's what I say. Getting yourself in order, get everything in line for God's return. I know what you're saying.
Okay.
Well, ain't no need to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
God coming back.
That's
God will heal all.
I ain't even want
You tell you that don't make no sense now.
I didn't even want to say that, but yeah, I was like,
Charlamagne, that's why I love you, man. I'm trying to tell you. I be talking to people about you so much. I'm telling you, like, keep doing your thing, guys. I'm trying to tell you, you guys are really touching people out here.
Thank you.
Well,
I do believe in God, though, but I also believe in going to the doctor.
Yes. Yes. Go to the doctor.
Yes.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Now, we got the latest with Loren. Loren will be here in a second. They broke into the Queen Bee's car, took some music and some other ish. Not the Queen.
No. What?
Yes.
What Queen?
Lil' Kim?
No.
I was going to say, she be driving?
No.
Well, Beyonce.
Yes.
She be driving?
I'm sure she was her driver.
Oh, I was going to say the car.
Now you just breaking the Beyonce car.
And take some CDs?
I don't know what. I don't think it was CDs, but
okay.
Lauren will break it down with the
latest.
latest.
Still some music of the car if it's not on a CD or a cassette tape.
USB?
How old
computer?
are
you? Oh, you how old I am?
You're supposed to be the young one.
How you still? I know, but how you still music on somebody's car, yo? What, you just took the phone?
The
like, I don't
drive,
get it.
Baby.
All right.
No.
A laptop?
We'll get to it next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to the latest with Loren.
Lauren becoming a straight fact.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on this.
The latest with Lauren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me. So there has been unreleased Beyonce music that was stolen out of a car in Atlanta. So on July 8th, there are two of Beyonce's choreographers who called the police in Atlanta and said, hey, we parked our Jeep in the parking lot of this market. We were in the market for about an hour. When they came back to the car, the trunk window was bust out. So when they went in, they realized that there were two suitcases missing. So in those two suitcases, and when police arrived in those two suitcases, they were told that there were hard drives with Beyonce's unreleased watermark music in it, set list, for her current Cowboy Carter tour, as well as footage plans for her current Cowboy Carter tour were in the suitcase. Now, the police say that they did start tracking computers and AirPods that were in the luggage, and they found 2 sets of fingerprints on the rented car. But police did note that there are cameras in the area that recorded the incident, and they've issued an arrest warrant for a suspect. So right now, there's only one suspect. And Beyonce, still went on as playing yesterday in Atlanta at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. But I can't imagine those choreographers coming back into work today.
That person, forget the choreographers, the person that stole the stuff, that person going to jail. Okay, you need to find a way to get that music back to Blue and Rumi expeditiously. And if you get it back in a timely manner, then charges may or may not be pressed against you.
But in Atlanta, that's a thing.
That's a thing.
That's what they do. They break into cars and take whatever's. I went to Atlanta a couple of weeks ago, and I left my luggage in the car, and I was eating. I went back out and I got my luggage, and I asked lady, I was like, did they break it? She was like, oh yeah, they just broke into a car like 30 minutes ago.
That's how it is, and it's been like that for years.
Yes.
And them little YNs said, no, this ain't Texas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is what we do down here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And it's wild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they say it's I don't know if this is true, but they be like, yo, it's better. I know they're probably being sarcastic. They're like, it's better just to keep your windows down.
They say that all the time.
No, for real, people really do that.
They take everything of value out.
Mm-hmm.
Why did the choreographers have Beyonce's unreleased music
in the car?
Well,
so why did the choreographers have it?
A lot of times, if they're preparing, so for instance, if she is preparing to preview new music at a show or whatever, you're preparing movement maybe for her, but also you're doing all the choreography for the dances. So you need to know what's going to be played. So you would have music, even if it's on a drive full of music that she's currently using, and either songs that are backup that she planned to potentially drop somewhere.
I thought about that, but I'm just like, unreleased music.
Yeah, but like she said, if they're gonna
you never
preview some music and they got to dance to it, they got to know it. But they should have went to the hotel, dropped them bags off first, and then when you got some meat, or then went and got to the market.
They probably thought it was going to be real quick, but that's what I thought of. I'm like, if I know I have all this in my car and it's Beyonce, I mean, the suitcase on screen, this is Beyonce's choreographer stuff, but still, now they know what they got.
They take everything, but this is Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, in other news, Joy Taylor is out at Fox Sports 1, and there's 2 other shows that were also canceled. So FS1 made a sweeping change. It was announced yesterday on its programming lineup that 3 of its 5 daily shows are getting canceled. In this shakeup, Joy Taylor's the show that she was on was one of the shows. So her 9-year tenure at the network has now come to an end. So the shows are Breakfast Ball, The Facility, and Speak. These will be no more at the network now.
I never heard of any of those shows except for Speak, by the way.
Yeah, I only know of Speak just because of the people that are on it. I've never watched it, but I didn't know of these shows either. But
I watch Speak.
I mean, you watch sports stuff, yeah. But Fox Sports spokesperson at the time has declined to comment to Front Office Sports. But when Joy Taylor was here, you guys talked to her, and she did mention that she thought something about her contract. Let's take a listen.
Has your contract with Fox Sports 1 been renewed yet?
We are in the process of things right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
One thing I love about you, Joe, you did not shrink when got hot. Was that intentional? You like, I cannot let them see me sweat or shrink right now.
Yes, it was intentional to show up as I did. I'm not an unintentional person, particularly when it comes to what people see from me publicly. But when you know yourself, it's easier to continue to show up as you are. And there's always going to be things that happen in life, that happen in this business, that happen when you're a front-facing person. And when you get into the business, that is the risk we take of putting ourselves in front of the camera, of putting yourself out there, that things at some point might not be the best for you.
Just want to point out that the contract conversation was like 2 seconds.
2 seconds. Yeah, I don't know why they did all that. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, well, I thought that it was a good clip because there's 2 things here. So in the contract part of it, I thought that the fact that she's saying, hey, we're working it out, and then all of a sudden these shows are canceled. We know, like, behind the scenes, because people are speculating what they think was the reasoning for her show being one of the shows that were let go. But if you working out a contract and then something comes up, it's like, well, what happened? But, that could have just been her answering the question the way she had to.
I would say that the reason the shows were let go is because nobody was watching them.
I saw a report that said ratings, for sure.
I mean, when you think of FS1, I think of Colin. I do watch Speak, but I mean, that's Colin Cowherd's network to me.
Yeah, good thing Joy does have her podcast.
Yep, 2 personal.
It's 2 personal, so
according to Instagram, she was on vacation when she got fired, too.
Yeah, she posted
Don't fire me on vacation. Wait till I come back. Okay, give me the whole perp walk with HR and everything. All right.
Yeah, let me enjoy my vacation.
You know
I
what
want to have a
I'm
good time. I want to think about it when I get back. But just let me relax.
Yes.
Now I'm on vacation. I'm trying making phone calls to see what next. I don't want to do that.
Man.
Yeah, and do they let you know, how in advance do they let you know, or is there no rules around that?
I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so crazy way to end the vacation. But yeah, she had posted a video on her Instagram, and she was like working out somewhere by the water. So
okay.
Yes.
Oh my God, it's Jim Jones' birthday, y'all.
We're dropping the clues bombs for Capo.
Salute to Jim Jones.
And Forrest Whitaker.
Okay.
Oh, Forrest Whitaker cancer too?
Salute to Forrest Whitaker.
I didn't know that.
Absolutely. And Damian Lillard.
Wow, for Jim Jones cancer. Okay, Charlamagne.
You didn't know
cancer.
Jim Jones was a cancer?
I feel like he said that when he was here, but it just makes a lot of sense.
I'm a June cancer though.
50.
50's a July cancer.
Oh, all the people that just gone.
Yeah,
Go
Juju
left
Watkins.
real quick.
Juju Watkins, it's her birthday too.
Oh, word? Juju a cancer? I know Juju was a cancer.
Listen, y'all know I'm a birthday girl. I know everybody's birthday.
Dropping the clues bombs with Juju Watkins.
Yes.
I didn't know she was a cancer.
Yes.
When my birthday, Jess?
Jeannie. Huh?
When my birthday?
Come on, Loren. Come on.
It's not today.
It's not today.
It's not today. All right. When we come back, we got front page news, and then Malcolm D. Lee will be joining us. He's the writer, director, and producer for movies like The Best Man, Girls Trip, Undercover Brother, Roll Bounce, just to name a few. So we'll talk to him in a little bit. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get back to some front page news. What's up, Morgan?
Hey, y'all. Hey, so former President Biden is defending his use of an auto pen. Biden says he made every decision on his own in comments from an interview with the New York Times. Now, during his final weeks as president, Biden granted clemency and pardoned over 1,500 people. The Times reports Biden didn't individually approve each name of the categorical pardons, but that applied to a large number of people. It comes after President Trump directed Attorney General Pam Bondi in June to investigate the use of auto pen by Biden to see if it was connected with a decline in his mental state. Now, President Trump was asked about Biden's use of the auto pen, and here's what he had to say about Biden's use, and not only Biden's use, but what the auto pen should be used for. Let's take a listen.
Look, the auto pen, I think, is maybe one of the biggest scandals that we've had in 50 to 100 years. This is a tremendous scandal. You know what the auto pen is supposed to do? Sign thousands of letters from young people that write. We get thousands of letters a week, Susie, right? Thousands. I mean, tens of thousands sometimes. I look at there's a room where we have many, many people working, responding and sending letters back. That's what an auto pen's supposed to be. To write to a young 7-year-old boy that writes to the president, and he wants to be president someday, and he loves America. That's what the auto pen's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be for signing major legislation and all of the things.
What do you guys think? The auto pen should just be for signing letters to the hopeful young Americans that write to the president, or should there be stipulations on when the auto pen should be used, as long as the president is is to their point in good mental standing?
You know what I think? I think that we should always remember that majority of America did not want a Trump-Biden election in 2024. Okay, I just want to remind people of that.
Auto pen?
I just want to remind y'all that Democrats. I want to remind y'all that Democrats ignored what their voters wanted, and it cost them everything.
With floods and everything that's going on in the world, we're talking auto pen.
I just want y'all to remember that at all times. All right, nobody wanted any of this.
I feel like I was an auto pen.
Hearing you talk about Biden and then hearing Trump respond to whatever this conversation is about just wants me to remind y'all, okay, that 70% of respondents, including half of Democrats, said Biden shouldn't run again, and over 50% of people felt the same way about Trump. Like, what are we talking about, man?
Makes no sense.
We're here because nobody wanted this, okay? Okay?
All right, let's bring it back to current events then. The Supreme Court is allowing the Trump administration to resume layoffs at the Department of Education. U.S. Secretary of Education Linda McMahon said not being able to fire department personnel was a roadblock to the White House goal of returning education back to the states and out of the hands of the federal government. Now, the court ruled 6-3 to lift a judge's order that reinstated employees let go in mass layoffs. All 3 liberal judges dissented and said the ruling is indefensible. Now, McMahon said she's displeased by Monday's ruling, and the Supreme Court got it right. Let's take a listen to her comments.
Get education back to the states where the president believes it does belong. The best education is that closest to the student. This is a real victory, I think, for the future of American education. And this lifts the handcuffs off of what we've been trying to do, which really is to get education back to the states.
Now, the Trump administration does want to eliminate the Department of Education entirely. I'm not sure how she views this as a victory when that impacts her job, too. But, I won't get too much into that.
Just want to repeat, 56% of adults said they would be dissatisfied if Trump were the GOP nominee. 56% of respondents believe Trump shouldn't have ran again. Just want to keep putting that out there, y'all.
Somebody says Charlamagne for president. Okay. All right. And on the topic of the Epstein files, Laura Loomer, a conservative activist and ally to President Trump, is calling for a special counsel to investigate the Epstein files. Now, the request follows last week's announcement of the Department of Justice and FBI regarding disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein, which concluded that he did not have a client list and confirmed he died by suicide rather than foul play as suspected by some. Now, Loomer has previously bashed Attorney General Pam Bondi for her handling of the Epstein documents and told Politico a special counsel should be appointed so that people can feel like this issue is being investigated. Bondi has defended the Department of Justice handling of the evidence. Elsewhere, a Texas congressman is planning to introduce a resolution demanding files be released in the case involving convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Now, Democrat Mark Vesey wrote on X, either President Trump and his acolytes fueled the rumors of significance of these Epstein files to help his campaign, or something is there. Now, Vesey's resolution comes after DOJ released that memo last week, also talking about that client list allegedly used to blackmail high-profile people, and there was no evidence of foul play in his death. Now, President Trump has stood by the DOJ memo and defended Attorney General Pam Bondi as well. This is, to your point, Charlamagne, yesterday, this is an interesting take, and that we will continue to see what happens as a result of what's going on with these Epstein files. I have heard in Washington that Trump is trying to just make it go away type of vibe on that one. Type stuff. But this doesn't seem to be going away as of yet. So
and Democrats should make sure it never goes away. Democrats should never ever stop talking about the Epstein files. It's the only thing that builds a bridge between Democrats and the MAGA base. MAGA hasn't cared about anything else. So if you want to connect with them, then you have to talk about what they care about, and this is what they care about. So you should never stop talking about it. Treat it the way MAGA treated the transgender women in sport, trans women in sport, men's sports. What is it? What was it? I can't even remember that.
I don't know.
Trans women
over here, I don't know.
And men's
sports issues. Yes.
Women's sports.
Yes, they should treat it like that.
And bringing things home to us in Baltimore, Jess, you guys remember Baltimore City State's Attorney Marilyn Mosby, her case, right? The mortgage fraud?
Absolutely.
Well, the mortgage fraud conviction case against former Baltimore City State's Attorney Marilyn Mosby has been overturned. An appellate court ruled yesterday that the prosecutor's venue instructions to the jury could have led to a different verdict. However, Mosby's perjury conviction is still being upheld. She was sentenced to home confinement, but that sentence ended last month. So
great. Go Maryland. Go Maryland. Period.
Hey,
Justice.
Baltimore. All right. But that's your front page news. I'm Morgan Wood. You guys can follow me on socials at Morgan Media. That's MorgynMedia. And for more news coverage, follow at Black Information Network, download the free iHeartRadio app, and visit us at BINnews.com. Thank y'all so much.
All right. Well, thank you, Morgan. Now, when we come back, Malcolm D. Lee will be joining us. He's the writer, director, and producer for films like The Best Man, Girls Trip, Undercover Brother, Roll Bounce, and more. He has a new book, The Best Man, Unfinished Business, out. And we're going to talk to Malcolm Lee when we come back. Malcolm D. Lee is his name. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. LoRosa is here as well. And we got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
We have Malcolm D. Lee. Good morning.
What's going on?
Now, Malcolm D. Lee is a writer, director, and producer. He's worked on so many different things. The Best Man, Girls Trip, Night School, The Best Man, Final Chapter. So many to name. How are you feeling this morning, brother?
I'm fantastic. I'm very glad to be here.
Happy to have you, man. You just put out a book called The Best Man, Unfinished Business. I need to know, why would you continue the Best Man series as a book rather than a movie or TV show?
Well, I've always loved the written word. Number one, I'm a storyteller at heart. It's very difficult to mount a television show and a movie. Getting all those great actors back together, very difficult. And I've fantasized about being a novelist. And I thought, okay, here's an opportunity to try my hand at novel writing, do it with characters that are already established, they have backstory already, and let me give it a shot. Plus, it gets the story out faster. I mean, fans said they wanted more, and I thought we were done after final chapters on Peacock. Still number one on Peacock, by the way. But I said, okay, this is a way for me to, try novel writing and get the story out to fans quicker.
But if you have another story, why wouldn't Peacock, being that y'all broke records on Peacock, as you said, it was the number one show on Peacock, still number one on Peacock, why wouldn't they say, no, Malcolm, we need that here?
Well, listen, I'm not saying that they wouldn't or didn't ask, but I thought at the time it was I was done. But then the idea came to be, okay, let's try it as a book, and I think we can tell a more in-depth story with the book. There's you get to use all five senses. We're concentrating on three different characters in this: Harper, Robin, and Jordan, right? And so they're the kind of like the crux of the franchise, and I felt like here's an opportunity to not only be more expansive in the storytelling, but also let's get into the psyche of these characters in a more in-depth way. Is it possible to get everybody back together? Yes, but it's very difficult.
Why,
very
money,
difficult.
time.
Keep going. It's difficult. I mean, like those are all working actors, right? And it's tough to get them back together. Then you have budget constraints. You have demands of the network and the studio. With a book, it's just me and my co-author Jane Allen to just say, okay, here's the story that I want to tell.
I want to go back, if you don't mind. Malcolm D. Lee coming up in this industry.
Yes.
You write The Best Man.
Yep.
So how do you go from here? How do you get it to where it is, being young, being first time doing it, to getting the opportunity to even do it? So break it down, where you from, and how you even came up with the concept and idea.
Okay, so to start, The Best Man was my sixth screenplay, and I wasn't even trying to direct it at the time. At the time, I had written another romantic comedy that I was trying to fund. I couldn't find the money for it. I said, I'm going to write something so commercial that I'm going to take that money when I sell it and make my independent movie. But as in the midst of writing it, it was also called My Homeboy's Wedding at the time, and I was like, I'm never going to use that title.
So it's called My Homeboy's Wedding.
It was in the beginning. That's why I named it. But I knew that was never going to be the title.
My Homeboy's Wedding.
That was not
My
a good.
Homie's Wedding. But
my Homie's Wedding. No. But so I knew that wasn't going to be the title. But I was like, okay. So in the midst of writing, I said I could direct this, and I remember giving it to Spike. He had read all my screenplays. I already had an agent by that time as well, but nothing was happening.
And where are you originally from?
I'm originally from, I was born in Queens, raised in Brooklyn.
Okay.
First cousins?
Yeah, we're first cousins. His father, my father, who's now deceased. My father's still around. He's our brothers. And so, so then I was in my parents' basement. I finished the script, and I said, if this ain't it, then I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to probably be a lawyer or a teacher.
Okay.
And so I handed the script to Spike, and he said, "This is the one." And so right after that, we went to Columbia Pictures. He had a deal at the time, and it started the process. We didn't land anywhere until maybe 6-8 months later at Universal, because Spike was the kind of person that says, if they don't want to do it, we move it on, right? And so,
what you mean move on, like
meaning like we're not listening to any notes. Here's the script. We're making this movie, right? And Columbia was like, well, I'd like to do a little bit of work. He was like, F that, we out of here. And so
you're like, no.
I was like, well, I'm just kind of playing catch up the whole time. I'm kind of like, okay, all right, maybe. And then we went to Disney and then a few other places, and we were getting like, well, we'd like to do a little work. And he was like, we're out of here. And then I was like, can we slow down a little bit, please? So Universal said, "Hey, we'd like to see the script." Okay, I'll get them to pay you to do the rewrite, and then if they don't like it at the end, we go someplace else. I said, "All right, fine. We'll just we'll slow it down." So that's what happened, and the process started. I did a 2-month rewrite, and got it to a place where it was the right script at the right time. Like if Love Jones or Waiting to Exhale or soul food didn't precede that movie, it wouldn't have gotten made. The acting community was ready for it. Here were 8 roles for black actors that can just be people, and not, characterizations or caricatures or sidekick or the sassy one or the hood, or whatever. It was like, hey, this is like just 8 postgraduates who were, coming back. And it was, had the right tone also. So, it kind of worked out that way. And certainly my idea was to make a classic movie. It was not.
You did that.
Absolutely. Thank you. And that was the the intention. But beyond that, I wasn't thinking about anything else. It just happened to be, that's been able to like turn into something more over the years.
And how involved was Spike with the first Best Man movie?
Spike, pretty much says,
at one point, he's like, all right, go do it on your own.
That's pretty much what it was. He said, okay, the script is good. They got greenlit. He showed up the first day of shooting. I mean, we had a couple of, disagreements about casting and, music and stuff like that. But, I stuck to my guns about who I wanted and what I wanted. And he was like very supportive of it. He was there for day 1 of the shoot. In the very beginning, in the morning, said, good luck. And he was out. And then, I saw him in the edit. He looked at the cut and he was like, change, maybe consider changing this, change that. And that was it. He let me. Spike is very much the person that's like, it's the director's vision. You make your movie.
Right. We're still kicking it with Malcolm D. Lee. He is the writer, director, and producer for The Best Man, Girls Trip, Undercover Brother, Roll Bounce, and more. Loren.
I rewatched The Best Man final chapters before I started this. And in one of those episodes, Harper hints at there's supposed to be this spinoff about the love story between him and Nia Long. But then this book kind of gives that vibe too. Did you drop that egg on purpose or that just happened like that?
Nah, I wish I could say that it was all like part of a master plan, but no. But you write things and then you see what has been established and, try to build off of that.
So, in building off of that, because you decide to explore Robin, Harper, and Jordan's lives like separately, even though they're still intertwined.
Right.
How did you decide that? I know you mentioned it was only these 3 characters. How did you know like this was the story? Because there's so many spinoffs that we learned about in the final chapter.
And we're going to right. So this is the book 1 of a trilogy, right? And so I know that the plan was I'm gonna start with these 3 because I think these are the 3 that people are most interested or the most kind of polarizing. Because Robin had made some decisions in the final chapters that people were very upset about. So I want to give her a chance to like explain herself. And I will say also, let me just back up a little bit. Doing a television show, as you said, it's like be great to do, but like it's also very restrictive in terms of budget, in terms of the story I want to tell. We wanted to do 10 episodes. We only able to do 8 because of, again, many different things, schedule and whatnot. So again, being able to do it in a book is different. So in doing these 3 characters, I wanted to like kind of like answer those questions about what's going to go on with Robin and I'm sorry, with Jordan and Harper. What's Robin doing? And because they're still intertwined because they still share a child. It's been a long time together. And then in book 2 and 3, we get into Lance's POV. We're getting into Quentin's POV, Candace, Shelby, and expand on the story from there. But and we were going to end it with these 3. With these 3 characters, we're going to be like we were going to wrap up their story, but. They're going to continue because we have a bit of a cliffhanger at the end of Unfinished Business.
Black content can have tremendous success, but still not get respect from whatever platform or our industry. So how did Peacock react to the success of The Best Man final chapters?
They were ecstatic. They were ecstatic. I mean, it was. I don't want to say necessarily that it saved the network, but it certainly was a big boost for the network. So they want more from me. They would love to have another Best Man, but again, it's very, very tough.
Yeah, but saying you would love to have something is one thing. Showing and proving it through the actual budget is another. Is that the problem?
I think that's part of it. It's a challenge. It's a real challenge. I mean, like, again, in terms of like what they value and what they like, this book, for instance, takes place in 4 different cities, 2 different continents. To have that kind of budget to make that movie with all these actors would take Avengers type money, right? I mean, I'm exaggerating, but like that's what it would take. Do they think it's worth it? I don't know because it's like how much, I don't know how streaming works versus the subscriptions versus how much they can afford and how much they're going to be able to spend and how much they want, what they value. I don't know, but all I know is, okay, here's an opportunity to tell the story in another way. And listen, the books get turned into television shows and movies all the time.
True.
So, but that wasn't the intention here. We'll see what happens.
Were you ever surprised with the success of The Best Man and how well it's did since '99? Because it's like a never-ending story that, it's generations and new generations of kids watching and listening and viewing.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Because I'm surprised it was 99. I had to look. I'm like, damn, 99.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. But
yeah, it was. Listen, like I said, I intended and I thought I could make a classic. But I thought that was going to be it. Like, and I didn't want to be a sequel type thing. Because, it's like they wanted a sequel right away. And I said, no, I want other stories to tell. I want these characters to grow. And I'm glad I waited because, there is more story to tell. As we as a people get more mature and get, different stimuli and different things that enter our brain, it's like, and especially as we get older, right? And the culture changes and shifts and whatnot. I wanted to be able to infuse that with these characters as well. So, the fact that I was able to do it has been great, and really with Best Man Holiday, it was also a very strategic move in terms of what's everything was about branding around 2012, right? 2010, right? And they were like, okay, what's my brand? And I needed to work too because I wasn't working a whole bunch. And I said, okay, it's time to make another sequel or make another Best Man movie, and because my brand is the Best Man. So that's what happened. And we made it so that the Best Man Holiday had a cliffhanger also, that we didn't tell another story. But at the time, Universal Pictures was not meeting where I wanted to meet budget wise, and for another movie. So I shifted to make a series because streaming was so popular at the time. And I thought, okay, we could tell more story. And I knew I had 2 more movies that I wanted to tell there. And then I thought, okay, now we're done. But we're not done.
It's crazy though, because when you mentioned the Avengers, I was just sitting here thinking about how the universe of those type of characters work, and this is a universe. I would literally follow storylines of not even just the main characters, but we were introduced to their children. Like LJ has a story,
right?
You know what I mean? So it kind of is that, but it doesn't seem like, from what you're saying, it's getting that vibe when you go to these networks.
Now, mind you, I did not try. I did not try to say, oh, I want to make another show. I didn't say let's make another one. I got other things in the works that may or may not have to do with Best Man, but I wanted to write the book first. That's what I felt like that was the next logical step. Again, mounting a show is very difficult, and it costs a lot of money. There's a lot of demands, a lot of compromises that have to happen. And again, gathering all that talent, for a span of time is also a challenge. And I'm getting old. I just wanted to, I want to do things that, that move me, that motivate me. And I think this is a good way to do it. And again, it can always shift and change, but I have to promote this book and write 2 more.
How do you navigate the balance between cultural storytelling and commercial expectations?
Interesting. I try not to worry too much about commercial success. I have an eye on it always. I mean, when I wrote Best Man, that was both commercial, and I wanted to write something commercial, but something that I thought would speak to me and the people that an audience that had been underserved at that point. So I always have one eye on commerce and one eye on artistry, and then just try to hopefully make those meld. And you have to keep an eye on what's happening. Wedding movies were very popular at that time. There had not been a black wedding movie to date. And I said, okay, well, I love ensemble movies. I love the dramedy tone of storytelling. So that's what I want to try to do. And again, it was the right script at the right time. And I just try to make the best movie that I possibly can. And if it's not my job to market it, it's their job to market it, And if I'm giving you a movie has playability, it's your job to make it marketable.
We're still kicking it with Malcolm D. Lee. He is the writer, director, and producer for The Best Man, Girls Trip, Undercover Brother, Roll Bounce, and more. Loren.
Finding the right movie at the right time was kind of similar to what you guys did with Girls Trip.
100%.
So, at this point, are networks coming to you trying to find that? Like, what's the right movie at the right time? Because it seems like that's a part of your brand now.
Well, I think they're always trying to copy. It's a copycat industry, right? Mm-hmm. Whatever's successful, they're gonna try to make more of that. I think with Girls Trip, both Hangover and Bridesmaids preceded that movie. And Will Packer came to me and he said, Mal, let's take actors from Best Man and Think Like a Man and let's make, the Hangover treatment for black women at Essence. And I said, 100% I'm in, right? Mm-hmm. And so, it just it was, again, another right place, right time type of deal. But it has to be the right script also.
Did it break your heart when you saw all the stuff that was happening with Essence just recently?
It's funny. I was there, right? I was promoting the book. I didn't notice, what other folks were noticing because, I was being shifted from this place to that place or whatever. I didn't really get, I wasn't really exploring. And I went, to the concerts and things like that. It's a little bit, the attendance was down, right?
That's what I said. I was like, it wasn't as packed as it usually is.
Right. But I think some of that has to do with economics. I mean, folks ain't got
broke.
Yeah, people don't have the disposable income. It's not strictly just because management has changed.
Right.
I think that's part of it, or at least that's the sense I'm getting from people online. I didn't have that experience. I felt like, this has really changed.
This gonna sound stupid, but you should do a guys trip. I've seen so many guys
not stupid
that go to New Orleans because they're looking for women, right?
Oh.
And they know that they're looking for whether it's married women that take their ring off for that weekend or it's single women that's out there. There's so many fellas that put their Flyers outfit on and their hat and they go out there looking for women.
It's going to be called the YN, the young That's what it's going to be called.
The old
First of all, if you old and you doing that, that's something wrong.
No, it is like
fellas go to not necessarily.
Yeah,
I mean, like
it's an older scale of men that come to Essence Festival
right,
looking for.
You shouldn't be no 40, 50-year-old bachelor in a pack still chasing women at Essence.
It's not like
why
that,
not?
though.
Because you should be grown and mature and should have been already a family person.
It's
by
the
then.
mature rundown. It's not like
Potentially that happens.
It's
Old
like
predator at that point.
no.
How old do you think the women are?
The women range in age at Essence.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a mature, hey, light skin, or hey, brown skin. Like,
the
it's.
older
By the
gentlemen
way, when we think about Girls Trip, Regina Hall was married.
Yep.
Right. Tiffany was the wild single one.
But Jada was divorced, and so
Jada
was
divorced.
and Latifah was free also.
So it'd have to be So the guys have to have a different backstory than just being a bunch of wild.
By the way,
it be like that.
I'm not saying that we're not doing or we are doing a guys trip movie, but you did not plant that idea in my head. Just wanted to make sure
that don't come for him.
Just
to be clear.
I'm gonna see later. But it's funny because you go out there and the guys that used to be able to drink, they take 2 shots to pass out now. Guys need naps now. It's funny though, but I see it all the time.
I agree. I mean, yeah, I think we wouldn't do at Essence for guys. But even though, like, I had a best friend, a really good friend rather, who said, like, I was telling him I was doing best girls trip, and he was like, "Oh, Essence, I got a bunch of Essence wives," and I was like, "Oh, interesting." So, like they say the women that you don't have a chance with in regular time, you got a shot with Essence weekend.
There be people that be like, they free, they single that weekend.
I've been.
Oh, you been?
No, I ain't. But I've seen. I've seen all the.
What you been doing?
I'm just saying I've seen that. Like, I've seen people, and there's a lot of stories too. People revisit Essence Fest on their anniversary because they met there and now they're married. Like, there's a lot of that. It's kind of like homecoming.
Yeah,
so it happens.
Just like homecoming.
But I was asking you about that and your branding and networks coming to you because in Best Man, one of the things that Harper is trying so hard to do is like not let the networks take too much of him and be like whitewashed. How do you do that? Because you're working with these big platforms, but like it's still very much us and we feel it.
First of all, I try to have as much integrity as possible in the storytelling I'm trying to tell. My mission on this earth is to tell elevated stories about Black people and making sure that our humanity is highlighted and that we normalize Black life in America. That's my mission in life, particularly when it comes to Black men. That's what I've been put on this earth to do. And most of the time they respect that, particularly if they think it's going to make money. You know what I mean? So, like, that's just part of my DNA.
Oh, that's good. Because when you do this best guy, whatever it is, when you do this story about the men going to Essence, you got to have every single type of man represented. So you gotta have the one man that's there letting these dudes know how stupid
Like,
they
chill
look.
out, like, yeah, nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we should have been past this already.
We need to go back to the room. Nah, we got to go one more club, one more bar. Let's go to the
we
strip
old
club.
now. Yeah. Okay? You know what I did, which happened after Best Man, the final chapter, and because of the success of Girls Trip, I thought that was going to make other platforms say, you know what? There's other shows we can do that with, like Girlfriends.
Right.
I feel like Girlfriends is just sitting there, and Girlfriends is a show that we didn't get no closure on. So it would make all the sense in the world to do something like that. So I don't understand why when we have success with something like The Best Man Wedding, Hollywood doesn't say, that's the new mandate. We need more of that.
I think, a lot of that has to do with behind the scenes stuff too. You don't know what's going on with, again, with schedules, with the creative process, where people's heads are, how much money they're offering to produce something like that. I think Mara has talked about doing a Girlfriends movie. I think Yvette Lee Bowers just talked about, rebooting Living Single. It's in some form or fashion. But I mean, again, it's like, what they're currently doing versus what, is on the horizon versus what studios are going to do or pay for. I mean, the business of filmmaking and in studios in Hollywood is contracting. It's shrinking. It's not expanding. It's only getting smaller. So, and they're only going to do things that have IP, and those are great examples of, IP that's already exists that they could build on.
But is it difficult to do those positive type of movies? Like, you look at what it costs to do that Best Man and how much it made, and how much it costs to do Girls Trip and how much it made. I feel like we should get more of that, but we don't see any of that. Like, you don't see a Love and Basketball. You don't see a Best Man anymore. You don't see a lot of those movies anymore that's positive for our country. True. You don't see them as many.
Forever on Netflix was just really good.
Yeah.
I'm talking about movies.
Oh.
Well, movies it's very hard to get people to get out of their homes to go to a movie theater nowadays because everything is so easy on streaming. It's like, I'll just turn it on. To get people to come out of their homes and buy popcorn or get a babysitter or whatever, that's increasingly, it's got to feel like an event. Otherwise, I'm going to miss out on something if I don't go see it. And so that's what the studios are really struggling with right now is like, what because it costs so much to not only make a movie but to market and promote a movie that it's got to be worth the shot.
Is there any singular love story in The Best Man that's a reflection of your personal views on love?
My personal views on love, unlike Harper, even though I've been selfish in my time, I am not divorced and I'm not planning on it. And there's a balance that has to happen with your career aspirations and your family life and your partner that's going to, either support you or not, And so, I think what's important is, the love that not only that the characters have with one another, the men and the women, the husbands and the wives, but also amongst the fellas, right? Like the brotherhood, the friendship, the support that they have for one another, and holding each other accountable as well. Absolutely. So that's certainly a personal thing of mine for sure.
All right. Well, Malcolm D, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you for joining us.
Thank you.
And
Thank you very much.
Bourbon, man.
I'm trying it right now.
Oh, you are? Wow. How about that? Yeah, Sable Bourbon.
Owned by you, Morris Chestnut. Who else?
Harold Perrineau and Tay Diggs.
Okay.
And so we came out last August, and we're getting around the country and exposing people to Sable. It's a great pour.
What's the title mean? I mean, the name mean?
Well, Sable is another name for black. Okay. It's luxurious. It's rich, and I think it's very much emblematic of what we consider as our friendship and our brotherhood. This bourbon is bottled in brotherhood. And so, we wanted to bring the Best Man experience because every scene where the fellas got together, they were drinking a brown spirit, and we said, okay, let's make our own. And so it's emblematic of that experience of brotherhood, and you can take it away with you and have a sip with your fellas.
There you go.
Or the ladies.
All right. Lauren's got it up already.
Yeah, I see.
Malcolm D. Lee, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Let's get right to the latest with Loren. Loren becoming a straight fact.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on this.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
So TMZ is reporting that right now, and they say that they haven't confirmed these reports, but from what they are hearing, Diddy has entered into 2 treatment programs, or has enrolled into 2 treatment programs, one for domestic violence and one for the drug stuff. And he would do these programs separately while behind bars. They say that this is a common program offered to all inmates, and that the reason why this matters is because, number one, it's obvious that he needs help in these areas, but number 2, with his sentencing coming up on October 3rd, rehabilitation, the attempt to rehabilitate or actually being able to show that you were rehabilitated to a judge, looks really good. Even though he wasn't convicted of anything directly drug related or domestic violence, it still looks good. Everything's all about optics. Another conversation that TMZ is having following this report is the fact that from what they are hearing from their same source, prosecutors are having a hard time providing previous cases where the John in a Mann Act situation is prosecuted and then sent to jail for the Mann Act conviction. Now, per their source, it's typically not the Johns that are prosecuted under the Mann Act. So because of this, the defense is going to argue that this is a selective prosecution. They've already kind of been yelling that by saying that Diddy was targeted by the government allegedly. And they'll try and argue that y'all are just throwing a book at him.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying, because usually in this case, the John does not get more time than the prostitute and the pimp. But in this situation, the John, the prostitute was got immunity. Pretty much the pimp got immunity, which is the service. And now
people got immunity?
Yes, that's why they were able to speak.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There was a bunch of people on the stand that got immunity. Yes.
So he was the only one that got charged, which seems crazy because he has the sex problem, but he was still able to get the stuff.
Well, yes.
And all that.
Well, if when you get to the sentencing on October 3rd, and there will be a pre-sentencing report that'll be submitted on August 29th that the prosecutors and the defense can weigh in on. If they are unable to provide these cases, that's something that his team obviously is going to lean in on, because they're trying to figure out the timing. And when October 3rd hits, he'll be at about like a year of time served because he was arrested back in like September, I believe it was September. And the reason why that's important is because prosecutors are saying, okay, we think that he should be getting anywhere from 51 to 63 months, which is 4 to 5 years. The defense is arguing 21 to 27 months, so that's a little bit over 2 years. But a lot of reports that I've been seeing are predicting that it'll be less than 2 years with the time served. It'll be less than 2 years, and that he could potentially be what they're predicting is he could be coming home by Thanksgiving or Christmas. If everything goes the way that the prosecution is trying to line this up.
I don't think I've ever heard of somebody.
You mean if everything goes the way.
I'm sorry, the way that the defense is trying to line this up. Yes,
you want him to get the maximum.
Yeah, and the maximum carries up to 20 years. It's 10 years per count, but I don't think that there's anybody that believes that that's going to happen, though.
Yeah, I think they've been trying to find somebody. I don't think we've ever heard of somebody a first time purchasing a prostitute and getting 10 years. I don't think that's ever been on any books for a first-time offender to pay for a prostitute and get 10 years. That seems like they're trying to throw the book at Diddy.
All I hear is trouble is easy to get into and hard to get out of. And Diddy has spent a whole bunch of money because he got a habit of prostitutes and drugs. Once again, change your damn habits, people. Okay.
Crazy.
All right, we can sit here and make up all the excuses we want and, come up with all the scenarios we want. He would not be in this situation if it wasn't for his own poor choice.
It's true. It's absolutely positively wrong. He was guilty, but even though he made the wrong choices, he should not be getting 10 years for those wrong choices. Like, it has to be a fair judicial system. Has to be.
Black people have been saying that since the beginning of time.
I was literally about to say, well, we've been screaming at the hilltop.
It's facts.
I love when y'all sit up here and talk about how things are supposed to be, but don't want to talk about how things are.
No, you're right. But 10 years for hiring a prostitute is crazy. When the prostitute and the escort service, nothing, and the other people that hired the prostitute gets nothing.
But also, how many times just in your household, your mom and dad have talked to you about like the government making examples out of people, right?
A lot
of
us example out of people, niggas,
out of us. That we all grew up being taught that is a thing.
Don't call us that because I am not a nigga.
Oh, I'm.
So go ahead. You want you a nigga?
Yeah, with an A, but he say ER.
No, Jess is right. We shouldn't be using that word. You're so quick to claim the wrong thing.
I am.
She said, yes, we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
I want better for you.
I worked in the... Never mind.
You worked with people who called you the N-word?
No. I did not say that. I did not say that. No.
Wow.
No. I was going to... Now I got to say it. I was going to say that where I worked before, you couldn't even say that word out loud. I'd just be happy to be able to say it here.
Well, great.
No.
I'm trying not to say it. I'm trying not to say it my whole life.
That's
but
a
guess
damn
what?
lie. You
I don't know any other way to call you.
Hurry it.
Y'all be out here all the time and then don't want me to say it. Okay? I use it the way the white man use it anyway, so that's why I really need to stop.
That's why I said A, not ER, because he quick to call you in with ER.
Boy, man. Man.
What else is in news?
Yeah, other news. So Stevie Wonder addressed the rumors that he is not really blind. Let's take a listen.
I know there have been rumors about me seeing and all that. But seriously, you know the truth. The truth is, shortly after my birth, I became blind. Now, that was a blessing because it's allowed me to see the world in the vision of truth, of sight. See people in the spirit of them, not how they look, not what color they are, but what color is their spirit.
I done told y'all a million times, Stevie Wonder got better vision than all of us. Okay?
Can I ask, is it, because it's blind and legally blind, right? Legally blind means you can still see things. The reason I ask...
Here go envy.
You know what? Let me show you.
But no, you said that he addressed the rumors of him being able to see. Can he?
A lot of people always have made jokes that he can, but he's telling y'all.
But what did he say? I know, I just heard what he said, but can he see a little bit? Did he say that?
That's my point. Because the stories that
a bunch of great things,
always had a bad chick around him, right?
Yeah.
There's not one person.
I seen him with a bad chick one night.
See? That's my point. Nobody ever said they seen Stevie with an ugly chick.
Story, right?
Say it again. Tell what happened. You was in a hotel. Go ahead. Tell me. I love the story. I love the story.
I just seen him with a baddie one night.
Okay.
Not no like creeping a little bit.
How he know?
Stevie
was creeping?
How he know he creeping?
How he know?
Creep when you blind.
And it's funny because when I walked by him, it was just us in the hallway and it was him and the chick. And I'm like, Stevie, in case you got any doubt, you got a bad one with you.
You know what he said?
Just like that.
He said, thanks, Charlamagne.
Thanks, Charlamagne.
He did not say thanks, Charlamagne.
Who the hell was talking to him?
Hey, yo.
Nobody ever seen Stevie with an ugly chick. He always got a bad chick.
Nah, I ain't say all that. I ain't never heard that. I'm just saying what I saw.
Jeez. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He said he really didn't say that.
Truth is, shortly after my birth, I became blind.
Okay, after his birth.
Once again, Stevie Wonder got better vision than all of us.
Yeah. He said, I see people for them. I know that community is like, see? I know that's right. They sing, honey.
Oh, my God.
That is great.
I see they for them.
Yeah, he sure did. I've seen people for them.
They for them.
I know they is gallivanting right now. At this time.
I hate this place.
If Stevie Wonder can see it, why you can't see it, Jess? What the fuck is it? Damn.
All right.
Imagine Stevie rubbing him the LGBT. He doing the braille. LG, that's LGBTQ. I see them for they.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
see
my
us. You know, like, oh, God.
That is the latest
Please see
Loren.
us.
Jesus Christ.
Crazy, yo.
All right.
Jess.
Charlamagne, we give you a donkey too, man.
Man, this man is going to hell with us. His name is Pastor John.
Don't say
He
I ain't going out with y'all.
He needs to come to the front of the congregation. He needs to come to the front of the congregation. We like to have a word with him, okay?
All right. We'll get to it next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Your execution on the donkey of the day is something to behold. Is it a read?
He gave me donkey of the day and I deserve it.
People need to know.
Well, you need to tell them.
I am.
You have the voice. Tell them. Tell them.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
It's a read, but you're so good at it.
You're trying to be a fake ass Charlamagne. There's only one Charlamagne to go.
Damn, Charlamagne, who you giving donkey of the day to now?
Well, Sexy Red, donkey of the day for Tuesday, July 15th goes to Pastor John Gibson of Alabama. Pastor John Gibson is the associate pastor at First Baptist Church of Dothan, Alabama, and he is accused of leaving a young child alone in an SUV while he drank at a bar and then went into a 24-hour restaurant to have a bite to eat. I know y'all don't believe me, so let's go to News 4 for the report, please.
A Dothan pastor arrested early Sunday morning. Reports from eyewitnesses say John Gibson left a child in his SUV while he drank at a bar. Eyewitnesses also say he drove across the parking lot and went into a 24-hour restaurant, again leaving the child in the back seat. Police say Gibson was taken into custody when officers arrived and charged with endangering the welfare of a child. At this time, Gibson was an associate pastor at First Baptist Church of Dothan. They have since parted ways.
Damn. Damn. Now I'm a believer in God. God speaks to me all the time. I have extensive conversations with God. I speak to God like I speak to my therapist. In fact, I'm lying. I'm way more honest with God because God knows all anyway. But I will be the first to admit I probably don't believe in God as much as Pastor John Gibson, because it takes an extreme level of faith and extreme trust in a higher power to just leave a 5-year-old in the car while you in a bar having a drink and then going over to a 24-hour restaurant to get a bite to eat and knowing everything gonna be all right. Okay, not to mention it was a Saturday night going into a Sunday morning. Clearly, it wasn't his Sunday to preach, okay? And he must have thought to himself, I'll go sin on this Saturday night and ask for forgiveness in church on Sunday morning. And yes, he did sin. Okay, now I'm not the highest grade of weed in the dispensary. I am not the most potent burning bush, nor am I Pastor Sarah Jakes Roberts or Pastor Torrey Roberts, but I can still recognize a biblical sin, and I count at least 6 from Pastor John Gibson in this situation. Would you like to hear them? Here they go. Number 1, neglect of parental duty. 1 Timothy 5:8 says, but if anyone does not provide for his relatives, and especially for members of his household, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. Okay, leaving a 5-year-old in a car to drink and dine violates a core biblical responsibility to protect and care for one's family. Okay, number 2, drunkenness. All right. Okay, in the book of Ephesians, I can't remember the scripture, but it says, and do not get drunk with wine, for that is debauchery, but be filled with the Spirit. Okay, that scripture right there, I do not abide by. Okay, I drink wine, and when I want to be biblically responsible, I drink tequila. Because the scripture says do not get drunk with wine. Don't say nothing about no tequila, though. But back to Pastor John. If he was drunk, okay, while supervising a child, that's a clear sin of drunkenness, which scripture says leads to poor judgment and sin. Pastor John, you are absolutely on the path of poor judgment. Number 3, endangering a child. Okay, Matthew 18:6. If anyone causes one of these little ones who believe in me to stumble, it would be better for them to have a large millstone hung around their neck and to be drowned. Endangering a child, people, physically, emotionally, or spiritually is a grave offense. Okay, and leaving a child in a car unattended in Alabama is a form of this. All right, you're supposed to be introducing this young man to heaven. Instead, you got him sitting in a hot car that feels like eternal hellfire. Number 4, hypocrisy. Matthew 23:25. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees. Okay, you hypocrites, all right? You clean the outside, but inside they are full of greed and self-indulgence. Pastor John Gibson, you are a pastor. You are expected to model righteous behavior. Your actions contrast sharply with your religious role, which is absolute hypocrisy in the biblical sense. Number 5, irresponsibility and just plain old foolishness. Okay, Proverbs 25:26, like a muddled spring or a polluted well are the righteous who give way to the wicked. Pastor Gibson, your behavior showed poor judgment. Okay, selfishness and foolishness, traits the Bible associates with sin and spiritual weakness. Okay, last but certainly not least, the number 6 sin you committed, breaking trust and causing scandal. Leviticus 19:2, you shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy. Or you can go Titus 1:7, be above reproach. As a spiritual leader, Pastor Gibson, you failed the standard of being above reproach, okay? Harming the church's witness and bringing scandal to the body of Christ. Pastor Gibson, I'm telling you right now, if repentance and accountability follow these actions, forgiveness is possible. But biblically, these are serious offenses, both morally and spiritually. And I hate to be the one to tell you, jail might be the least of your worries. You might be going to hell, okay? This man got fired by the church. I didn't know you could get fired by a church, okay? First Baptist Church released a statement. They said they have parted ways with him since his arrest. So you committed 6 biblical sins and got fired by a First Baptist Church. This sounds like a first ballot unanimous going to hell of famer. Okay, and it sounds about right to me, all right? Pastor Gibson left a 5-year-old in a hot car in Alabama while he drank at a bar and then went to go eat at a 24-hour restaurant. And now, because of those sins, he's probably headed to a place even hotter. Okay, when you forsake your seed to feed your flesh, you ain't just walking into heaven. No, You might be taking the express elevator downtown. And Satan don't have no ushers. Just heat and regret. Please give Pastor John Gibson the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
Oh, now you are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day. Yee-haw.
Y'all want to play a game?
No.
Y'all want to play no game?
Sure, why not?
Let's play a game. Guess what race it is? All right. Pastor John Gibson, he was the associate pastor at First Baptist Church in Dothan, Alabama, left a 5-year-old in a hot car while he went to go drink in a bar and have a bite to eat at a 24-hour restaurant. DJ Envy, guess what race he is?
Black.
Down.
Why your Dominican ass said that so fast?
I got a hunch.
You got a hunch, huh? Okay. All right. That's what Diddy says at a free call. I need the hunch right now. Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Listen, Jess Hilarious, Pastor John Gibson, he was the associate pastor at First Baptist Church in Alabama, left a 5-year-old in the car while he went to go drink at a bar and have a bite to eat. Guess what race he is?
Nigga.
Damn.
Woo. That was an ER.
There's powerful niggery at work here.
Why do y'all think that?
Last name is Gibson. I know somebody with the last name named Gibson.
Me too.
Black. Who would do something like that. Totally do something like that. And all the niggas be in church. So.
Damn. Well,
Alabama.
I want Jess Hilarious and DJ Envy to know that both of y'all are absolutely positively wrong.
What?
Y'all have no faith in your own people.
Let me see the
Pastor
picture.
John Gibson is Caucasian.
Oh my God.
White, capital riot white.
You
Look
know
at
what?
him, bald head, Nazi looking. Yes.
'Cause I
Y'all should be
forgot.
ashamed of yourselves.
I
felt it, but I was-
do know a white Gibson. Mel
Who?
Gibson. Mel Gibson.
I thought you were talking Tyrese Gibson.
That's what made me think black, because I'm like Tyrese Gibson and be a
Y'all should be
nigga, niggas
ashamed
be in
of
church.
yourself.
But I was,
They do,
then
you
I was
know.
thinking Alabama's
Yes,
black, you know what I mean?
right, Alabama, right. And this is a hillbilly.
Pastor John Gibson.
I knew it though.
Okay.
No black person gonna leave their child.
No,
in
no,
the
you
car.
ain't know nothing.
I had a
You
feeling-
said black so
but I was
fast.
wrong, but I was
Shut
wrong.
your Dominican ass
Y'all
up.
don't leave in the car.
I know, right? You're
Man,
not leaving that
Ash
kid
has
in
been
the
left in that car many a days. Don't even play.
Allegedly.
Now stop.
Lying.
Not while I went in the car and
Now,
went in the bar to drink or nothing, but
he him talking about, I knew it all. Like, no, you didn't. You said black so fast. Black rolled off your little Dominican lips so quick.
But don't be acting like people of all races don't do dumb crap like this.
Well,
leave
guess
kids in
what?
the car?
Trust me.
This is
Yes,
not
to go
this one.
drink.
This is a Caucasian. Can you imagine how musty hell is? You ever think about that?
No, because it depends on the circumstances
What you mean?
of people.
What you talking about?
Like, you know, because black, everybody of all ages, I mean, everybody of all races then left
I wish
their
I didn't
kids
play this game with
somewhere.
y'all.
Like, for instance, remember that boy, that guy, that black guy who said he had a job benefit when he left both of his kids at the McDonald's Playhouse?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that was very much black.
You're right.
He was black,
Yeah,
okay?
he was black, yeah.
And then, you know, white people do way worse to their kids. You know, sorry for all the whites listening, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of people do, you know, and then Hispanics, they do crazy stuff too. So, I didn't know, sorry.
What about Mexicans?
What about the?
I'm asking, what do they do? You would know.
No. No. They raise their family. They grow. You know, they have farms. They grow their food.
You know what? All right.
The
Thank you for
healthy
that
way
dunk
of
the
life.
day. All right. Well, let's open up the phone lines.
How musty is hell?
800.
Because there ain't no deodorant in hell, just funkin' fire.
But how are we supposed to know?
I don't know.
800-585-1051. Here's a question for the ladies out there. Ladies, do broke men treat you better than rich men?
I'm so sick of you asking questions for
please.
yourself and blaming the ladies.
What?
800-585-1051. That is the question. It was online. It was trending yesterday, so that's what we're asking.
Where did
Ladies,
this come from?
do broke men treat you better than rich men?
How would they know? The majority of the world is broke.
Right now.
Right now. So
But-
that is the question. 800-585-1051. Let's discuss.
People out
Charlamagne?
there like, I ain't never dated no rich man. You know what I'm saying? Like, how the hell we supposed to know?
But they see by example all the time, like the things that rich men put you through. But
Maybe
I'm
not
telling
rich,
you,
just a guy with some money. It doesn't have to be
There's
rich.
one sitting in court right now, waiting to be sentenced in October.
Exactly. You know, but because some guys feel like when they have money, they can do more things. They can get away with things. But broke guys do too. I've been treated the same by both. Trash. So no. And especially with somebody ugly. You ever been with somebody ugly and they treat you like you the ugly one? Boy, what? So it depends. It all depends.
Charlamagne, how has a broke man treated you?
I've never been with a rich man.
That's right.
Yeah,
so
how is the Brooklyn treated?
You know what? We'll do that when we come back. 800-585-1051 is the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Loren LoRosa just walked in. We're asking a question. Ladies, do broke men treat you better than rich men? And Jess just asked Loren.
Yes,
And we're waiting
because
for-
I know. Listen, she had a
gotta
life
have a-
beforehand. Her ass been.
What about her forehead?
What'd you say?
Don't start.
Here. Not forehead.
I said
before.
she has had a life before she got here.
Because bald people just have a hit.
Yes.
Okay.
So what have you been treated differently by?
Yes.
You know, what is it?
You gotta have a little coin, because other than that, you be intimidated, you be angry.
Okay.
What
Now,
did
I've had that experience
What
as
did the
well.
man do, Loren? How did you know he had money? What did he do?
I mean, you spend time with somebody. You see how they living. You see how they've established themselves. You see what they've invested
But you didn't know what he
in.
did.
And
I
child,
do
you
know
know
what
she
he
is
does.
What
nosy.
he
She
did?
can tell
What
somebody
did the
got
rich
somebody.
man you dated do?
I do know what he does, and I don't have to get into all of that. But
Drug dealer in Delaware. Okay. You're probably in prison right now.
the way you minimize my choice is crazy.
Well, you could if you knew what he did and it was an honest profession, you would just say it.
It is an honest profession.
So what is it?
He has a really good job.
You talking
certain
about
things that she can't
was one of the
discuss.
guys you with now?
One.
Oh,
I got two videos. I don't know if it's the same person.
Wow. Hello, who's
I don't
this?
even know what you talking about no more. You just be here
Hello?
making stuff up.
Hello, morning.
Save Loren. What happened? Good
Thank
morning.
you. Cause he,
Good morning. This is Chris.
Chris, broke men or rich guys? Which one treats you better, mama?
I'm gonna say the brokies because they trying to secure like a safe, secure spot.
First of all, I would call us brokies.
Like,
Okay.
you not no brokey.
Yes, listen, hush your noise.
First of
You
all,
not no
Richie,
brokey.
shut
Anybody
up. Sit up here lying.
that is laying the pipe for somewhere to live, that's only gonna last but so long. The minute you tell him get up and clean up, like the amount of money he worth, he mad.
Hello, who's this?
Danielle.
Hey, Danielle. Who treats you better, the broke?
Gay now.
Gay now.
Oh, gay now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gay now. That's what I'm gonna start calling
She
you.
about to hang up. Stop.
Gay now. Who treats you better, the brokey or the guy with some money?
The guy with the money.
How you know? What guy you dated?
Because
with
I've dated. Oh, I'm not gonna say any names, but I lived in Atlanta for 18 years. I've dated guys with money.
Was he a rapper, an athlete?
I've dated rappers. I've dated athletes.
Okay.
I've dated lawyers.
Was he an
Okay.
African man that
Okay.
owns some spots that people go eat at? That's how they be in
No,
Atlanta.
I've never dated an African man with a spot. No.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know them in Atlanta love her name. I know that's right.
Gay now.
I cannot.
Gay now.
And why did the rich men treat you better?
Their mindset was different.
Okay.
They wanted to do the type of things I wanted to do, and they had the means to do them.
That's right. And I got to get back home to my family. So I need to go ahead and get this out the way, treat you good real quick, and get back home to my wife.
That do be the issue.
Guys.
A lot of times, the men with the money can afford a lot of different homes.
I
a lot
think
of
men
different
should start
women.
raising their standards and stop dating broke women. We don't never had that conversation.
Well,
A lot
look,
of
that's the
them
thing.
are.
Well, we've always had that conversation because when you broke and a man got money, he definitely can control you. He wants you
And that's
to
the main
need him.
thing.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was broke before, and they like for you to need them. They like for you to depend on
wanna
them.
control the
They can
situation.
Control you, yeah. So control me. He just give me the money.
See?
Like back then, that was I'm reformed, but I'm just saying like that was how I used to think before.
But that's
I'm
what it is. You
reformed.
find somebody with no money that needs it, they're more likely to do whatever it takes to get the money.
I'm going to tell y'all something that y'all may
I.e.
not want to hear.
Diddy.
The way the economy is going, y'all better start being with people for love. Okay? Because this time next year, y'all going to be sitting around acting like y'all got it, but we going to know y'all don't have it. Okay? Times is about to get really, 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 really hard. So you better find somebody that loves you for you.
Much harder
sound
than
like
they
my
are
grandma.
now.
Yes.
Because they definitely are hard. So ain't about to be no love because people gonna be so mad because they broke. Ain't got time for no love. What you mean love?
67% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. You know how much 67% is?
That's
Yes.
a lot
Are
of
living
people.
paycheck to paycheck. The 1% is the 1% for a reason. But y'all out here talking about y'all dating rich men. Cut it out. Okay?
I'm trying to tell
Everybody
you,
just
rich-
lying.
Rich don't always mean a Bentley. It just mean they got something stable.
No,
happening.
rich mean
It
rich.
should just say I have money. That's
Yeah,
what
but
it
I'm
should
trying
say.
to tell
Have
you,
money.
people be so like men be lying so much about their money and what they got, and they be having these chains that ain't real. Once you really get into business, you be like, oh, it's nothing there. It's like the Instagram girls with inflatable beds.
I agree. Social
Instagram
media is
girls
only
with
going to
inflatable
keep people afloat but so go far. And what I mean by that is so many people can get on social media and pretend
right.
to be something they're not.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, times is about to get so hard, ain't going to be no more pretending. People going to be showing, man, I ain't got it.
It's going to be hard. Or people ain't going to be on there no more. You're going to look up like, oh, where was such and such? They used to hold some money up to it all the time. What happened to them? Yeah, exactly. They're going to
Going on a spiritual journey.
Exactly. No.
I don't do social media no more. Yeah.
Well, we got the latest with Loren coming up. What we talking about?
Yes, Uno is not coming to the casino in Vegas.
What?
We gonna get into it. They just burst our bubble.
All right, we'll talk about it when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to the latest with Loren.
Loren becoming a straight fact.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on this.
The latest with Lauren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
All right, y'all. So, Uno, you be like, I just had a deep breath. I just felt you staring, and like, what, Charlamagne? I don't. Let's not.
Yo,
why y'all over there drinking liquor?
What? Who?
Don't say
and
y'all.
The funny part is, listen, she got the bottle hidden by her chair like she an alcoholic sneaking.
Don't say y'all.
Say them.
Okay. So Uno is not coming to Vegas.
So what?
Uno's not coming to Vegas, y'all. Well, technically, it came to Vegas, but it's not coming. Charlamagne, can you concentrate? This is very disrespectful. I'm trying to do the latest with Loren LoRosa. Okay.
No, go ahead.
So Uno did come to Vegas, right? But it wasn't what people thought it was.
Right.
So Uno had to come out and clear up a rumor. So they posted a rumor.
I was going to say Uno gay. He said,
Yeah, what
had
is
to come out.
What's wrong?
Oh my God. Okay, go ahead. They said they made it sound like it was gonna be a table game. I got everybody in the hood got excited.
Okay.
And what did I tell you when you told me that?
You said, how is it going to be in the casino? Like
I said,
you were trying
there's
to,
no way.
You were trying to figure out how it would work in the casino. So look, Uno came out and said, hey, Uno fans, a rumor has come to our attention that there will be Uno tables on the casino floors in Las Vegas. Sounds wild, huh? We hate to be the bearers of bad news, but the casino floor isn't ready for us yet. We've been told that while they do have tight security, it's not robust enough for Uno at this time. This isn't a reverse card. While we get this sorted out, the Uno Social Club is rolling out in bars in Los Angeles, New York City, Chicago, Atlanta, and Austin this August. Stay wild, the Uno team.
Why the hell I'm gonna pay to play Uno?
Like,
I ain't going nowhere to pay to play no damn Uno.
Now, people was excited, Charlamagne.
You gamble and you win.
People was excited. I saw people getting their groups to
Listen.
travel
Who
with
rules
together.
are it though? Because everybody got different
I
Uno
know
rules.
that was my question.
But that's why it's
I
not
said that
ready.
too.
What are the rules?
We talked about this on the podcast, the latest with Loren LoRosa yesterday, and I said, who make the house rules?
But the casino, I guarantee you,
Yeah,
the casino is
of
going to
course.
make it so difficult to win. It's to the point where ain't nobody going to want to play it no more. Because they're gonna the casino rules are gonna be so removed from what the actual rules are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, I just already know that.
I don't think Uno should be at a high stakes place like that. Like Uno is for like, you know, casual, recreational barbecues, cookouts. You know, you get drunk, you talk with your people. I don't want to see Uno at no casino.
Well, as of right now, it won't be on the casino floor. But the reason why people were confused was because they did do this Uno social club that they have that they're going to be taking around to these different places. In the first place they took it to was the Palms Casino in Vegas. So when people saw that, and then there was this press release that came out talking about it, people just assumed that this was going to be an official casino game, but it will not be.
Now, when they bring Squid Games to the U.S. and they do U.S. games, they can do Uno, they can do dominoes.
Squid
they can
Games.
do
Squid Games is deadly, Envy.
Yeah, no, I mean for TV, but because I heard they're going to bring the next Squid Games hopefully to the U.S. They can do the American games. That'd be dope.
Why the hell would they be doing? Have you ever seen Squid Games?
That's why I said it's
I watch
pretty
it all the
fatal.
time.
Pretty
So what
fatal.
would Uno? I'm confused.
I mean on TV. I'm talking about on TV. I'm not talking about real life. I'm talking
I
about
would
TV.
never
yo.
sign
I don't know
up.
what
Some
you're
Game
talking
of
about.
Thrones
okay.
You know
stuff.
what they should do for Squid Games? They need to bring it to the hood. That's what I want to see.
Squid
Forget
Games in
that
the
shit.
hood?
What? Can you imagine Squid Game in Newark?
No.
Or Squid Game in
Wow.
Baltimore?
No.
Yes, I can imagine how many people would
That's-
be dead.
That's what
Literally.
Netflix should be doing. Netflix should be doing Squid Games in the hood.
Go ahead, Lauren.
No.
I
It's
don't-
already Squid Games in
Yeah,
there.
it's
I
already
was about
there.
to say, it's
It would
hard.
be fantastic. You get the
Oh,
right person
no.
to write that.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's already happening. Well, in other news, completely right turn. There are reports right now, or Trey Songz, about Trey Songz. Trey Songz, there's a active police investigation investigating an alleged brutal attack against a photographer. Now, Trey Songz' team has come out and said that it didn't go the way that it is being reported, and I'll get into their statement. But the original reports was that Trey Songz was accused of coming for a cameraman who had just got out of the hospital with serious injuries, and allegedly this went down in New York early Sunday morning, and the cameraman was trying to shoot a video for the owner of a location where they were. They say that the owner told the cameraman to shoot the event as Trey Songz performed, and then they're saying that Trey Songz was aware that the owner had told the photographer to shoot the event, and then I guess there was like a dispute that went down between Trey and the photographer. There was actually video. If you watch the video, you can see the dispute in the video, and basically they're saying that Trey got annoyed at people asking him for photos and videos, and this whole dispute went down. And Trey Songz' team is saying that it did not go that way. They're saying that the media is unfairly turning this into an unfinished story about clickbait and selling a headline. It's lazy and unfair. They say that what happened at the location called the Ivy was a result of an increasingly aggressive paparazzi invading Trey Songz' personal space that put everyone at risk. And this is a trend that impacts not only just Trey Songz but artists everywhere. So he's disputing that the events went down the way that they were reported.
Now listen, we have seen paparazzi get to the point where it's like, all right, yo, back up, get out my face, like all that. We didn't see that. So that's not like something that we've never heard before.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, yo, they get disrespectful, they get in your face, and then you say he had just got out the hospital with injuries.
That's what the
and he
photog
came in the
reported.
club, camera all in Trey face, you know? And then now what?
Now here we are.
You sound like you was an eyewitness. You want to testify?
I'm just saying, I'm off the details from LoRosa. You know, she got the latest. I'm like, if we just listen to it, it just sounds like yo was probably irritated. Like, yo, get out my face. You know.
I'm still tripping off the fact that early this morning you told Loren she was dressed like Bow Wow.
Nah, it is giving it the Browns
that was
jersey.
not for
the Brown jersey, the Cleveland jersey.
It is
I get
giving
it.
that.
And then she got on the Air Max. It was just the Air Max, because if she would have had on some heels, it would have been given, you know, like Sierra.
You just want
But
to talk about
she's
my
giving
shirt
Bow Wow,
so
but she
bad.
got on
No,
the Air Max.
This shirt keeps saying it's been staring at me all morning. I think you did that on purpose. That's why I'm not biting the bait.
My hair is Arce.
I don't know what it says because from this angle, all I see is it says my hair is, and I refuse. I think she wore that on purpose, and I refuse to engage.
That is
Well,
the
look,
latest
real
with
quick,
Loren.
no. All right, so look, I posted a picture with clips, right? Pusha T, my cousins, Pusha T and Malice. And Malice ate us up in that all white, okay? Because the picture is now gone viral. I know you saw that on your Twitter home. Did
Yeah,
you?
sorry, Zaddy's too. The Shade Room posted it.
Okay, yes.
They call Jess a zaddy?
They call it
No,
Malice
they're not
is
Zaddies.
Don't Jess.
Don't blame me.
If you want bacon this morning,
so why
I'm
would they
down,
say
girl.
Zaddies?
Because Malice, they were saying that Malice ate her and Pusha T up in the photo.
Malice is a zaddy, clown.
But she said zaddy.
No. All right, I was in a picture with Pusha too.
She said plural. All right.
Pusha.
All right.
Exactly.
Pusha and Malice is zaddies.
With Loren.
I'm the mommy.
All right. People's Choice mixes up next. We'll get to it. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Reminding you guys, this Saturday my car show goes down. I'm super duper excited. If you haven't got your tickets, get your tickets. It's gonna be a fun day, man. Old cars, new cars, kids, games for kids and rides, and kids 5 and under are free. It's gonna be a great event. There's gonna be food trucks. It's gonna be all types of things. So if you want to be a vendor or you want to put your car in the show, I think there's over 200 cars gonna be there. You can email me djmvcarshow@gmail.com. Where you at this weekend?
I am in
Milwaukee.
I'm in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, y'all. Milwaukee, get your tickets, man. I know y'all having a trying week, a trying last 2 weeks, and y'all need to laugh. So just get your tickets if you have not yet. JessHilariousOfficial.com. I'll be at the Improv. 2 shows on Friday, 2 shows this Saturday. Get your tickets, Milwaukee. I love y'all so much. Can't wait to get there. And next week, Arlington, Texas. Y'all get y'all tickets if y'all have not yet. JessHilariousOfficial.com.
Salute to everybody who listens to us on V100.7 in Milwaukee.
That's right. When we come back, we got the positive note, and I want to send a rest in peace to Ray Dijon. Ray Dijon, former host of Video Music Box, comedian, club owner. He's from Queens, New York. He also did a lot of the rooms which broke a lot of comedians out there. Today is his birthday as well. He passed away yesterday. Wow. And today is his birthday. So I just want to send a rest in peace to Ray Dijon. All right? Yeah. Salute to Malcolm D. Lee for stopping through. He's the writer, director, and producer for films like The Best Man, Girls Trip, Undercover Brother, Roll Bounce. He stopped through today. He got a new book.
Well, he's got a new book called The Best Man, Unfinished Business. And if you love the stories that the Best Man movies have been and the Best Man TV show on Peacock, this is continuing the story. It's continuing the stories of Harper and Jordan and Robin. Yeah, so go check that out. He's doing a trilogy of these. That's going to cover all three of the characters. But this first one is Harper, Robin, and Jordan. So go get that. And I want to salute to everybody in Walterboro, South Carolina, man. I will be down in Walterboro on Thursday. We're doing the ribbon cutting for my second Crystal location. You know, me and my wife, we invested in some Crystal franchises in South Carolina, and we're bringing Crystal back to South Carolina. We got one in Orangeburg, but now we're opening up another one in Walterboro, South Carolina. It actually opened yesterday, man. Salute to everybody who pulled up to the Crystal in Walterboro yesterday. But the ribbon cutting is this Thursday, July 17th at 11 a.m. We're going to have food. It's going to be music. It's going to be giveaways. And I'll be there cutting the ribbon at 11 a.m. Salute to the Southeastern Chamber of Commerce and Walterboro. We'll see you on Thursday.
All right. You got a positive note?
I do. Be humble and never think that you are better than anybody else, because dust you are, and to dust you will return. Have a great day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?